Hello everyone, Sam with Unique here, and today I'm going to be introducing you to a new way to engage with your patron base, UniqueChat. UniqueChat is a web-based application that allows you to communicate with patrons in real time via SMS or your own personalized web widget. Let's take a look at how it works. So in order to log in, users will have to navigate to the UniqueChat homepage and then enter their assigned email and password. Once they log in, they will be taken directly to the UniqueChat Hub, which is a user's home base for everyday use. As you can see, currently this icon in the top left-hand corner is red, and if you go to the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice that the user status is set to offline. Clicking on the toggle switch next to this status will send the user online, which of course will be indicated by the status changing green and saying online, and of course the top left image turning green as well, just to have a great visual cue so you know when everything is running at all times. It's important to note the other icons at the top of the screen as well on the right hand side. The first is the user analytics page, which allows you to view information for your organization as a whole. And then, of course, the personalized settings, which allows you to go through and change kind of your notification noises as well as how shortcuts appear in the interface. We'll be going over shortcuts a little bit later. But of course, you will also have at the very top right hand corner the option to log out at the end of the day. Enough about the interface though, let's see UniqueChat in action. So for this example, we're going to pretend a patron is messaging in from the library website using the library's web widget. So here's our sample web page. Clicking on this widget opens a dialog box and a preloaded message to the user. Now I'm going to provide a response here, and as you can see, we receive an instant response. This is because an optional feature built into UniqueChat we have dubbed questionnaire is enabled. When enabled, it allows you to gather information from the patron prior to assigning the interaction to one of your representatives. In this case, we are asking the patron's question and their name, and once the patron answers all of the messages, it will go through and be assigned to the chat queue. Now, as a reminder, this feature can be disabled, but it is a great resource and method to shorten interactions. More information about how this works and how to set it up can be found in the operations manual. So once the interaction hits the queue, a message bubble with some basic information appears on the left-hand side of the hub for the user. Clicking on this will open the interaction and allow your user to respond. Please note that when an interaction is assigned to the queue, it can be assigned to users using one of two methods, the grab bag or round robin methods. More information about each of these methods can be found in the operations manual, but in this case, we're going to assume that it is the round robin method and has been assigned directly to an agent. So for this example, we have received a chat and we're going to respond. And we can do this in one of two ways. We can type a response traditionally using the text box below, or we can use shortcut functionality. Shortcuts are, just as their name implies, shortcuts to preloaded responses or answers. In this case, we have a greeting option, and I'm going to select this option. Notice that the message is preloaded into the chat box, and of course I can personalize the phrasing if I need to before sending it, but I'm just going to use the default scripting for right now. Once I hit send or the enter key, the patron will receive my response via the online widget and we can continue the interaction. As I was mentioning earlier, you do have control over how you can see the shortcuts, but more about that is covered in the operations manual if you're really interested. So for those organizations that wish to set up separate widgets for different pages or departments, there is a transfer option that allows you to forward interactions to a different widget queue or even to an individual user depending on how your organization is set up. Let's say that we're done with this interaction. We can close it out one of two ways. First, you can click the X on the chat bubble per se on the right-hand side of the screen, or you can select the In Chat button at the very bottom. As you can see here, a new window is popping up and asking the user to tag or categorize the interaction. When this feature is enabled, it allows you to track what your most popular kind of interactions are for future reports. Now that this interaction is done, let's take a brief look into the SMS operation side of things. For the SMS side of things, patrons can text in using any SMS-abled phone, so even non-smartphone users can participate in using UniqueChat. In the event of receiving an SMS text, you'll notice that instead of web displaying on the chat bubble at the very top, the individual's number will be displayed instead. Interacting with the patron works the same exact way as the web, but be warned as SMS charges do apply. We're going to go ahead and end this interaction. But one last important feature that you're able to use is the chat history function on the left-hand side of the screen here. Clicking this plus sign next to history on the left-hand side allows you to revisit the old chat interactions. And if the patron was inappropriate or abusive, you do have the option to ban them from future interactions until an admin removes them from the ban list. Other admin activities include the ability to add shortcuts and review chat logs as well, but more information about that is covered in the operations manual. Well, that is a quick overview of the UniqueChat platform in action. If you have any additional questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to your Unique customer service representative for more information.